Well, welcome everyone. We have had a lot of lives this week, so thank you guys so much for joining us. I'm Denise McCord, the Digital Marketing Manager here at IngramSpark, and I just want to again say a big thank you. You guys have been on with us all week. You're probably tired of seeing our faces, but it's okay. We're here to give you guys helpful information to obviously help make your books more discoverable, which is what we're talking about today. So we're so glad you're here at I think this is our 8th episode of Ask the Self-Publishing Expert. So thank you. So thank you very much. So again, we're talking about boosting your book's visibility with title discovery. So make sure to have your questions ready. You know we love a good Q&A portions here. If you guys have any questions, you guys know to put it in the comments. But we have to go through some housekeeping rules. Please no customer related questions. If you have any questions about your title or your account, send it over to our direct messages, to our DMs. We do have people checking that daily. We'll get it to the appropriate department. There is also a help tab in the link in bio on our Instagram page. You can go there as well and get assistance. Please don't add yourself to the live. Be kind to one another in the comments. And we're going to get started, but please give a warm welcome. We need some hearts. We need some love to our special guest, Miss Sarah. Hi.
Hey, it's me, Sarah. Hi.
Well, Sarah, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Definitely. Thanks so much, Janice, for having me on. I'm just so honored to be here. I have a theater background, so I love public speaking and I love talking to people. So I joined the Ingram team last December, almost at my 1 year mark, which is amazing. And at Ingram, I work on the IngramSpark catalog side of the business, where I really do a lot of metadata enhancements for IngramSpark titles. I help with promotions of Spark titles. I help with curations. I also work on our public domain content mint editions. If you haven't checked those.
I can't hear you. Are we having some audio issues? Okay. Okay.
Okay, sorry.
Nope, you're
Let me
good.
just turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. All right, y'all are getting some behind the scenes looks of tech. So yeah, on the IngramSpark curation side and catalog side, I work across the catalog to help boost titles, help enhance metadata, and then with Mint Editions, as I was saying, I help curate their titles and boost that content as well. And if you haven't checked out Mint Editions, it is our beautiful line of public domain content that you should check out. So today we're going to talk about a project I've been working on since I was hired, which is title discovery. And a little bit about me too, which if you didn't tune in for yesterday's live, I love metadata, very passionate about marketing and metadata and helping your book have the best success that it can in terms of presence online, back end, front end. So really excited about the title discovery program we have in particular.
Absolutely. So I think everybody wants to know, what exactly is title discovery?
Of course. So title discovery is IngramSpark's marketing and metadata enhancement solution. So title discovery launched when I began in around December, January of last year, this year. It's also gone through a couple of iterations. So we did have a previous version of title discovery that we had through June of this year, and we just launched our title discovery 2.0, which is really kind of the proof of concept. We've gone through the first iteration of what title discovery was, and now we've made it even better. And it also makes our staff able to go through your titles and help more people at the same time. So title discovery is, again, just a way for you to promote your title through our Ingram family. We put your title on Amazon, bookshop.org, Goodreads, Library Things, Storygraph, And we also, if you do the boost package, which I'm sure we'll talk about, Janice, that's the $500 price point, which helps your title. Really, I think it's the best bang for your buck because we do a complete metadata audit. So we look at the back end of your title with Title Discovery Boost, and we look at your keywords, we look at your BISACs, we look at your regional subjects, we look at your thema. We look at all those amazing metadata pieces that Lee Pierce and I talked about yesterday, and really help make sure that you're positioning your title on the back end and front end the best that it can be positioned. And before Ingram, I worked at bookshop.org, so very passionate about online marketing and e-commerce and online sales. And before Bookshop, I was a bookseller and manager here in New York at Book Culture. So have a, substantial-ish, I'm kind of still young, but career in the book industry, both being a bookseller on the floor, knowing how to set up window displays and talk to customers about books, and then on the back end with Bookshop and now Ingram. So I do feel like I bring a well-rounded approach to the way to market your book online.
Absolutely. From the retail end to the back end, you've got it covered. And if you all haven't watched the episode with Sarah and Lee, please watch it. It's located in our reels. We filmed it yesterday. It is a wealth of information. Please take 30 minutes out of your day and go look at it. I promise it'll be so helpful to your metadata. And my next question is, once an author submits their interest for title discovery, kind of what are the next steps for them? Like, what's the turnaround time?
Sure, that's a really good question. So the turnaround time is under a month, which we're hoping to continue to speed up. But again, with the title discovery revamp that we've just gone through, we usually take about a couple of weeks to work your title at the most. So right now we have kind of an exciting backlog of submissions. So Q4 is here, it's October 1, so I'm really excited to get through working the backlog of titles that have been submitted, and I hope we get some more after this session today. But yeah, our ideal turnaround time is about 2
Okay.
weeks. And that, again, goes through an entire um, uh, vetted process of making sure the title is able to be worked by our team. We're thinking about the time it'll take to do the metadata enhancement and e-commerce placement. So yeah, pretty standard is 2 weeks turnaround time at the
Perfect.
most.
So awesome. Is it ever too late for a book boost? Tiny Light, we're gonna get to your question a little bit later. But the next question I have to ask is, if their book doesn't get submitted, what are some tips or adjustment that author can make to kind of improve their chances of being accepted maybe in the next round of submissions?
Sure. That's a really good question. So, if we haven't gotten back to you about title discovery, don't lose hope because, again, we just revamped the program. So, hoping to work a lot more titles because just need to make it more scalable and workable for our team. But I really believe in title discovery and the way that it can help IngramSpark publishers and authors. So, don't lose hope if we haven't contacted you yet. In the meantime, and what you can do whether or not you work with title discovery or not is really use our knowledge base like Lee and I talked about yesterday. We have created the most comprehensive, searchable knowledge base that I feel like any self-publishing platform has right now. I was even just looking at the ingramspark.com knowledge base, yesterday, and I was like, oh wow, there's so many blog posts
So many.
and pieces of information I can be taking in. I'm not myself a self-published author, but I'm learning so much about how to help promote self-published authors through this knowledge base that you can access at any time. And I think that's really the best place to go. Um, in the meantime, you can even just, like I said yesterday, use keywords like metadata or marketing, and you can find articles like that in our knowledge base that will help you market your book and get best practices in the meantime.
Absolutely. And I believe we have like a metadata checklist that you guys can download that's free. We have a
Hmm.
free book marketing download guide. There's so many free resources at ingramspark.com that you guys can utilize, again, at ingramspark.com. So if you've ever have any questions, try to go exactly to knowledge base, go to our blogs. There's so much information there for you guys. And so let's kind of go into the packaging. How many packages are being offered with title discovery, and what are the pricing for those?
Yeah, of course. So there are two main packages with title discovery that are offered to all levels of IngramSpark users. There's the title discovery basic package at $350 per title and the title discovery boost package at $500 per title. Um, the basic package is going to do very basic things for your title. It's going to put it on the reader community sites that I mentioned earlier, like Goodreads, Storygraph, Library Thing. It's going to make sure that the title appears on um, bookshop.org and Amazon, on our carousels that I curate with my team at IngramSpark. And it'll also make sure that it's circulated within the Ingram family, which includes places like iPage, which is where booksellers and librarians order their books online. So we have a special title discovery catalog, so you can have placement on that with the basic. And we also include your title with basic in an indie newsletter that we send out every quarter to independent booksellers across the United States, which, if y'all don't already know, independent booksellers are really going to help sell your book. So it's really helpful to have your book in front of independent booksellers. And our independent bookseller network at Ingram is really strong. So even just having it in that newsletter, I think, is really a great value alone. With Boost, which is the $500 level package, you will have everything. You'll get everything from the basic program that I just mentioned, plus, and this is where I think Boost really is an incredible value, we do a whole metadata enhancement and audit. So we look at the back end of your book and we make sure that everything is formatted well, from your annotation to your keywords to your bisects. We recommend that you have the best, most specific bisects and keywords. We look at the annotation and make sure things are bolded where they should be, or if we see a review quote that you've gotten from a consumer on Amazon, a lot of times I recommend that's a really good review quote. Put that on your annotation or consider putting it there. Of course, we're just one team, so I love the kind of, I'm not an expert, you're an expert on your book approach, but I do think, coming from bookseller backgrounds, a lot of us on the team that work these titles, it's really a value to have someone look at your title from a bookseller and marketer's perspective. So again, that $500 package at Boost of the Boost level is really, I think, worth it for the metadata enhancement alone. So again, Boost includes everything in basic plus a metadata enhancement, and it's definitely the more prominent package of the two that authors have chosen. And again, I think it's the best bang for your buck in terms of, if you're going to shell out some money to get your title more discoverable online, I would choose the Boost package.
Okay, so my next question is, will the author be billed after submitting their title for title discovery?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. We bill the author after it's been worked through the team. So you will not get billed once you click I'm interested on ingramspark.com/title-discovery. We will not bill you until after we've accepted your title and worked it. And that is all very clearly communicated in email. And we'll let you know when it's been billed. Again, after submitting, after being worked, not at the time of clicking interested.
Awesome. Well, all this sounds amazing to me. I know it probably sounds amazing to our audience, and hopefully they'll all get the Boost package, right, guys? So, where can they find more of this information? Like, if they're interested in learning more about title discovery, where can they find that information at?
Totally. So that beautiful little hyperlink that I just mentioned, ingramspark.com//title hyphen discovery. That's where you're going to find our title discovery landing page, and that's where you'll find the basic and boost packages, which are available to each and every author on in IngramSpark. And with the revamp that we just did with title discovery, you can see some really, I wish I could share my screen right now, but go look at it, y'all. It's beautiful. We just added some testimonials from authors whose books are also featured. And we never want to guarantee a boost in sales, because if that doesn't happen, we don't want to disappoint. But through our first iteration of title discovery, we saw an average of about 3 times sales boost on the titles we've worked. And that includes backlist, that includes if the book just came out. But what I found really exciting about that statistic was a backlist title that maybe has published a year ago, maybe it published earlier this year. We can really revamp it and give it increased awareness to a point where an average of 3 times the sales has been boosted on the title. So yeah, I would go to that landing page and really kind of look through the different offerings, click the I'm interested button, which will just prompt you with filling out your author name, the title of the book, the ISBN, and whatever book you want worked, we can include the hardcover and paperback versions of the book. We're only doing US based, or rather English language authors right now. We don't unfortunately have the capacity or ability to do metadata enhancements in other languages, but that's definitely something that we would love to be able to offer in the future. So look out. Like I mentioned yesterday, Ingram is increasingly becoming a global brand, and so we want to continue doing work in global languages. So look out for title discovery in other languages in the future, but for now, just English books.
Totally understand. And I was going to say, if you go to IngramSpark.com and type in title discovery in the search bar, it may be the second link where it says book promotion with IngramSpark title discovery packages. You'll see it right there, guys. So if you don't remember the hyperlink, go to IngramSpark.com, type in title discovery. The first one may be a blog, but the second link should take you directly to TD, and it'll show you the different packaging. And then also to show testimonials. So I recommend you take a look at that. Again, the title, or the website is www.ingramspark.com/title-discovery. So,
Yep. And if you search, it's the second result, which is great.
Perfect.
Yep.
And you can read the blog too. It's there for you guys too.
I love our blog posts, y'all. They're so good. And I also wanted to say too, Janice, in addition to the knowledge base and the blogs, your Instagram lives, the videos that you've created, they're also, a wealth of information in themselves. So if y'all are more visual audible learners like I am, definitely go check out the videos that Janice and the wonderful marketing team has created. Because it was even just watching one of your old lives earlier this week to get prepped for this, and I was like, wow, I'm learning so much new information that is fun to watch, because I know you, Janice, and I didn't know your guest, but I got to know her, and it was really informative and exciting. So
thank you. Thank you so much, Sarah. I appreciate that. Well, we're going to go into the Q&A portion of this episode, which we love, which means you guys get to ask the questions. So if you have any questions about title discovery, please place it in the comments. It looks like I have received one. that is not about title discovery. So Puffy Girls Club, if you send that message or that comment to our DM, someone will be able to answer it. Does anybody else have any questions related to title discovery? Oh, Adelia Music said it would be awesome to hear success stories using Boost.
Mm, that's a really good question. I can tell you straight off the landing page some of the testimonials we've gotten. And all three of those testimonials that are on that landing page, not the blog post, but the landing page, are Boost customers, which again, the primary base that we've seen who is interested in title discovery, most people choose the Boost package. So one of the things that one of our authors, Tim Conahee from Izzard Inc. Publishing, has said is Discovery Boost provided marketing feedback and in-network promotions that changed its marketing trajectory. It's also a great value. He's very impressed. And then another really great point of feedback that we've gotten from one of our authors that has been worked through the Title Discovery Boost program is thank you for such pertinent and valuable feedback. I know I'm in good hands. You and your team definitely know what you're doing. Again, just like really great for us to hear, but also I think a testament to what this marketing and metadata enhancement package can do to help change a book's trajectory, as Tim said from Izzard Inc. And again, not necessarily always a guarantee to boost sales, but it really is an effective way to help market your book and ensure discoverability, and it usually does improve your book sales.
Well, Adelia has another question, so she may have joined the live a little late, but we're going to go ahead and answer this question. What is the turnaround time from start to completion of the Boost package? And we talked a little bit about this earlier, but I'm going to let Sarah take it away.
No problem. So, as I kind of touched on earlier, we had an earlier iteration in the year of title discovery, which we were calling TDP, Title Discovery Promotion, but we rebranded it to Title Discovery and have made it a total 2.0 segment. So the previous Title Discovery wait time was, about a month. We are aiming to have that changed to about 2 weeks. And we've made changes to title discovery so that it's better able to be worked by our team. So we're hoping that around average of 2-week turnaround time is what we're going to be aiming for and executing on going forward.
Awesome. Well, I hope you all were taking notes because we love a good giveaway. And we're giving away something that we haven't given away before. And a little sneak peek, it has something to do with Sarah and a little interview she did about a week ago. So hopefully if you haven't watched it, please go back and watch her interview with Philomena. It's a really, really great interview. It's about book bans and how you can get organized to help stop book bans in your community. And it's just a really great handbook to help get that process started. So we're going to be giving away 5 copies of those today on the live. So I hope you all are taking notes. So I'm going to go into my first question. What are some metadata best practices? And if you watched yesterday's episode with Sarah and Lee, they definitely said quite a few to improve discoverability of your book. And you can list it in the comment below. And the first person to answer will win a free copy of the handbook.
Yay. And if y'all need help, I can give you some hints.
Adelia Music said make sure there is a short bio. Absolutely. Great job. Adelia, make sure that you send a direct message to our DM at IngramSpark Books with your full name and address, and I'll get that mailed out this week. All right. Our second question is, how many title discovery packages are offered, and can you name them along with the pricing?
Y'all want to win this book? It's so good.
I'm Moon Donuts book 500 and 350. You definitely got the pricing right. Can you name the titles of the different packages? And you can also go to ingramspark.com and find the names too.
They both start with a B.
Mm-hmm. Tiny, tiny light rights, basic and boost. You're correct. All right, I'm gonna give that to Moon Donuts and Tiny Lights.
Yay!
So Tiny Lights rights. Make sure both you DM me with your full contact information, and I'll get that out. Let's see. Oh, where can you find out about title discovery? Where can you find the information? Where can you find the information about title discovery? Because you guys are gonna be signing up, right, for Boost? Yeah, absolutely.
Woo!
That's right, Puppy Girls Club. Absolutely. Great job. All right, my final question. It's been a week, guys. Can someone name a topic or a speaker from a previous Ask the Self-Publishing Expert episode?
Mm.
Had quite a few in the last week, so it may not be hard to find. If you can name a topic or a speaker at one of our previous episodes, just put their info in the comment below.
And if y'all haven't watched them,
Please
go back and
go watch
watch them.
them. They're in our reels. Please go back and watch them. They're a great source of information.
Mm-hmm.
Metadata technically wasn't a Ask the Self-Publishing Expert episode, Sherman, but I'm gonna let you go back and look. We do have that was our Metadata Monday episode, but we do have some other previous episodes. One that I did on Friday. Uh-oh, Indy Jules got it, Davina. That's right. Davina talked about Ingram ID. That is right. That's awesome. So I have Adelia Music, Moon Donuts Book, Tiny Lights Rights, Puffy Girls Club, and Indie Jewels. If you all would just send us a direct message with your full contact information, I'll get those books to you all. Thank you guys so much for joining Ask the Self-Publishing Expert, Episode 8 with Sarah High, boosting your book's discoverability with title discovery. Thank you all so much for joining us. And let's all give a round of applause for Sarah. Hi. Thank you so much, Sarah, for joining us today.
Thank you so much, Denise, for having me. This was so fun, and whenever you'll have me, I'll be back.
Absolutely. I'll definitely have you back with your new last name, of course. Have a great week.
Yes. Okay, talk soon. Bye, y'all.